Now we can do another LSAT logic game. We're going to use test number 64 that was administered in October 2011. We're going to section 2 and we're going to questions 19 through 23 because we've got to arrange our bookshelf. We've got 8 books. We have F and G and H and I and K and L and M and O. They're on 3 shelves, top, middle, and bottom. At least 2 books are on each shelf, and the following conditions must apply. More of the books are placed on the bottom shelf than on the top shelf. Well, if there have to be 2 on the top, there has to be 3 on the bottom, and let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there are 8 books. So there can't be an extra one here. There could be an extra one here, and there could be an extra one here. I is placed on the middle shelf. That makes things easy. K is placed on a higher shelf than F. There's K, it's above F. O is placed on a higher shelf than L. There's O, there's L. And F is placed on the same shelf as M. There we go. These people are right together. Well, look. There's no condition on G. There's no condition on H. Those books are free agents. Now we can check our conditions by going through the first question. They ask us, which is a possible collection of books on the bottom shelf? Well, the bottom shelf has to have at least 3, and answer A only has 2, so that will never work. Then we know that O has to be above L, so O can't be on the bottom shelf, so we have to eliminate D. We know that K has to be above F, so K can't be on the bottom shelf, so we'll eliminate C. And then we know that F and M have to be together, and if we look at answer E, there's M but no F, so B is our answer. Let's see what it is. F, H, M. F, H, M. There we are. And we know that O and L have to be on top of each other, so let's put them there. And then K has to be above F, so we could put K here, and we can put G either place, and that's a floater. Oh no, we can't put it there because that's the bottom, so we'll put G there. Okay, that's a possibility. Answer B, FHM. Question 20. It is fully determined which of the shelves each of the books is placed on if which of the following is true. We've got 2 free agents, we've got a lot of possibilities, and if we tell us just one thing, we'll know everything. Well, what's the only thing that we already know? And that is that we have I on the second space. Look what happens. Answer A. I and M are placed on the same shelf as each other. Well, if M is there, then F has to be there, and then K definitely has to be above F, and then O has to be above L, and our 2 free agents get stuck on the bottom shelf because it's the only place they can go, and answer A tells us everything we need to know about where the bookshelf would be. Question 21. Which of the following must be true? Boy, it's pretty vague. And they're telling us something must be true. O is placed on a higher shelf than M is. Well, let's try it. O is above and M is below, so let's put them on the second shelf. Let's put O there and M there, and then we'll put I there, and then we'll have to put F there, can you see this isn't going to work? So, O is high. It can't be. So as we can see, O is big and tall, and M is little and short. So they can't be on the same middle shelf because it won't work. Question 22. If G is placed on the top shelf, well, think about what happens. I is on the second. We need somebody on top. O and K both look like they need to be on top, and if you look at our old sketches, they were both on top. Now what do they ask us in this question? They say, which one of the following could be a complete and accurate list of the places on the second shelf? Well, what if we try H and I, the way answer A asks us to? If we put H there, that's our other free agent. We put, what, you want to put K here? You want to put O there? It's not going to work. You can't put them both there, and you need two tall people. I and L. This looks like the same problem, doesn't it? We can put O here, but where are we going to put K? It won't work. Now let's look at answer C. H, I, L. But we still have O and K. There's no way we can put them both there. So we get to answer D. Could it be I, K, L? I, K, L. O could be above L, and then K could be above F and M, and our other free agent H could be down at the bottom. So our answer could be D. If L is placed on a shelf that's higher than H is placed, well, it happened here, and it happened here, then which of the following must be true? Well, it had to happen in both of these instances because they said it must be true. F and G are placed on the same shelf. Well, it didn't happen here. G and H are on the same shelf. It didn't happen here. If H and M are on the same shelf, and it happened here, and it happened here, I and G are placed on the same shelf. It happened here, but it didn't happen here. And K and O were placed on the same shelf. And it happened here, but it didn't happen here. So the only one that happened in both places is answer C. H and M are on the same shelf. Don't be afraid to go back and look at your old sketches. Sometimes it's good to be lazy on the LSAT. Testing for the public. Nonprofit since 1985. Nobody makes things easier.